Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Journey Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake. Thanks for joining us today. How are you doing, Emma?
I'm doing great, Jake. I just finished reading this amazing book yesterday, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, really? What book was it?
It was a mystery story about a detective who solves crimes with her pet cat. So fun.
That sounds interesting. You know what? That's perfect, because today we're talking about reading in English.
Yes, reading is such a wonderful way to improve your English. And the best part is you can do it anywhere, on the bus, in bed, at the park.
Exactly. So if you're watching us for the first time, welcome to our channel. We make English learning fun and easy.
That's right. We talk about different topics every week to help you practice your English in a natural way.
And today, we want to help you fall in love with reading in English, even if you think it's difficult or boring right now.
Oh, it doesn't have to be boring at all. Jake, do you remember when you started reading in English?
I do. Actually, it was pretty funny. My first English book was about a talking dog who wanted to be a chef.
A chef dog? That's adorable.
Right? The book was so silly, but I loved it. And you know what? I learned so many new words about cooking and food.
That's the magic of reading. You learn without even trying.
So Emma, let's start with the big question. Why should our listeners try reading in English?
Great question. Well, first of all, reading helps you see how English really works. When you read, you see grammar in action.
Yes, and it's different from studying grammar rules in a textbook. In a story, you see how people actually use the language.
Exactly. Plus, reading helps you learn new words naturally. When you see a word in a story, you can often guess what it means.
And let's be honest, reading is much more fun than doing grammar exercises all day.
So true. But Jake, I think some of our listeners might be scared to start. They think English books are too difficult.
I understand that feeling. When I was learning, I tried to read a very thick, serious book about history. Big mistake.
Oh no, what happened?
I read 3 pages and gave up. I didn't understand anything, and I felt terrible.
That's why choosing the right book is so important. You don't need to start with Shakespeare.
Absolutely. So what should beginners look for?
Well, first, choose something you're interested in. If you love cooking, find a simple cookbook. If you like animals, read about pets.
Good point. Interest is key. Also, choose books with shorter sentences and simpler words at first.
Yes, and don't worry about understanding every single word. That's impossible, even for native speakers sometimes.
Really? Even native speakers?
Of course, I'm a native speaker, but sometimes I find words I don't know. That's normal.
That makes me feel better. So what types of books do you recommend for beginners?
Well, children's books are actually perfect for English learners.
Children's books? But won't people think that's childish?
Not at all. Children's books use clear, simple language. The stories are engaging, and they often have pictures to help you understand.
That's true. Pictures can be really helpful when you're not sure about a word.
Exactly. I also recommend short story collections. You can read one story at a time so you don't feel overwhelmed.
Oh, that's smart. If you don't finish a long novel, you might feel bad. But with short stories, you can finish something complete in one sitting.
Yes, and news articles are great too. They're usually short and they help you learn about current events.
Good idea, but maybe avoid very serious news at first. Try lighter topics like sports, entertainment, or science discoveries.
Perfect. What about you, Jake? What other tips do you have?
Well, I think audiobooks are amazing for English learners.
Oh, yes. Tell us more about that.
With audiobooks, you can listen and read at the same time. This helps you connect the written words with the sounds.
That's brilliant. It's like having a native speaker read to you while you follow along.
Exactly. And if you miss something while listening, you can see it on the page.
Plus, audiobooks help with pronunciation. You hear how words should sound.
Right. Another tip I have is to keep a reading journal.
A reading journal? What's that?
It's a notebook where you write down new words or interesting sentences from your reading.
Oh, I love that idea. It's like collecting treasures from each book.
Yes, and you can review these words later. It helps them stick in your memory.
Speaking of memory, here's something I do. When I find a word I don't know, I try to guess the meaning first.
Before looking it up in the dictionary?
Exactly. I read the whole sentence and think, what could this word mean here? Usually the context gives you clues.
That's such a good strategy. It makes reading more like solving puzzles.
Yes, and it's fun. Sometimes I'm completely wrong about a word, and that makes me laugh.
Being wrong can be entertaining. What about reading speed, Emma? Should listeners worry about reading fast?
No, no, no. Speed is not important when you're learning. It's better to read slowly and understand well.
I agree. When I was learning, I tried to read fast like my American friends, but I missed all the important details.
Exactly. Take your time. Enjoy the process. Reading should be relaxing, not stressful.
And here's another thing. It's okay to read the same book twice.
Oh, great point. The second time, you'll understand much more.
Yes, the first time you focus on the story. The second time you notice the language more.
I do that with my favorite books all the time, even in my native language.
See, it's totally normal. Now, what about difficult books? Should learners avoid them completely?
Not completely, but choose wisely. Maybe try one difficult book for every 3 easy books.
That's a good ratio. The difficult book challenges you, but the easy books keep you motivated.
Right. And don't feel bad if you stop reading a book. Life is too short for boring books.
I love that attitude. Choose books that make you happy.
Absolutely. Whether it's romance, adventure, mystery, science fiction, or even comics, all reading is good reading.
Comics! I almost forgot about those. Comics are fantastic for English learners.
Yes, the pictures help tell the story, so you don't need to understand every word.
And the dialogue in comics sounds very natural. It's how people actually speak.
Perfect for learning everyday expressions.
You know what, Emma? I think our listeners would enjoy a little practice right now.
Great idea. Let's read something together.
I brought a short passage that I wrote yesterday. It's perfect for intermediate learners.
Wonderful. What's it about?
It's about a person who discovers a mysterious bookstore. Very fitting for today's topic.
I love it already. Okay, everyone, listen carefully as Jake reads. Try to understand the main idea, but don't worry about every single word.
Here we go. Sarah walked down the narrow street, looking for her friend's apartment. She had never been to this part of town before. Suddenly, she noticed a small bookstore between a bakery and a flower shop. The sign above the door was old and faded, but she could still read the words, "Magical Books and More." Sarah was curious. She loved books, especially mystery novels. She decided to go inside.
That was lovely, Jake. So, what happened in this little story?
Well, Sarah was walking somewhere new, and she found an interesting bookstore.
Exactly. And what kind of books does Sarah like?
Mystery novels, just like the book you finished yesterday, Emma.
That's right. Now let's look at some useful words from this passage.
Good idea. The word narrow means not very wide. A narrow street is a small street.
Yes, and faded means the color became lighter over time, like when you wash your red shirt too many times and it becomes pink.
Perfect example. What about curious?
Curious means you want to know more about something. When you're curious, you ask questions.
Right. So Sarah was curious about the bookstore. She wanted to explore it.
Exactly. See how easy it is to understand new words when they're in a story?
The story gives us context. Context is like the situation around the word.
Yes, the other words in the sentence help us understand the new word.
That's why reading is so powerful for learning English.
So, dear listeners, we hope you're feeling excited about reading in English now.
We really hope so. Remember, every native speaker started as a beginner too.
That's so true. And you know what? You're already reading in English right now if you're following our subtitles.
Good point. You're already practicing without even thinking about it. So here's our challenge for you today. Find one English text to read. It can be anything.
It could be a short news article, a children's book, or even the back of a cereal box.
A cereal box. That's actually not a bad idea. Product descriptions use simple, clear language.
See, reading opportunities are everywhere. You just need to start looking.
And remember, don't put pressure on yourself. Reading should be fun, not homework.
Absolutely. If you're not enjoying a book, put it down and try something else.
There are millions of books in English. You'll definitely find something you love.
And start small. Even 5 minutes of reading per day makes a difference.
Yes, it's better to read 5 minutes every day than to read for 2 hours once a week.
Consistency is more important than quantity.
And don't forget, you can read the same thing multiple times. There's no reading police.
The reading police. I like that. No one will arrest you for reading a children's book twice.
Exactly. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate small victories. Finished one page? Awesome. Understood a whole paragraph? Amazing.
Every step forward is progress, and every new word you learn stays with you forever.
That's beautiful, Jeek. Learning English through reading is like planting a garden. It takes time, but the results are so rewarding.
I love that metaphor. Every book you read plants new seeds in your English garden.
And one day you'll look back and be amazed at how much you've grown.
Well, Emma, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We certainly have. I hope our listeners are feeling inspired to pick up a book tonight.
Me too. And remember, everyone, reading in English is a journey, not a race.
So true. Take your time, enjoy the process, and be patient with yourself.
Before we go, let's quickly recap our main tips.
Great idea. First, choose books that interest you. Don't worry about what other people think is appropriate for your level.
Second, start with easier materials. Children's books, short stories, and comics are all excellent choices.
Third, don't stress about understanding every word. Focus on the main ideas and let context help you with new vocabulary.
Fourth, try audiobooks if you can. Listening and reading at the same time is super helpful.
And fifth, keep a reading journal to collect new words and phrases you discover.
Finally, remember that it's okay to read slowly, reread books, and stop reading something if you're not enjoying it.
Perfect summary. Now, we want to hear from you. What will you read first?
Yes, leave a comment and tell us about your reading goals. Are you going to try a children's book, a news article, a comic?
We read every single comment, and we love hearing about your English learning journey.
If this video helped you feel more confident about reading in English, please give it a thumbs up.
And if you're new here, consider subscribing to English Journey Podcast. We post new videos every week to help make your English learning fun and effective.
Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss our new content.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We really appreciate you.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep reading, and most importantly, keep enjoying your English journey.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.